If you're driving, please remember to use your car's Bluetooth speaker while listening to the AM Drive. Sports talk is not worth your safety or the safety of others.
Grab your popcorn and sit back.
Jump the gun. Oh, no, give me more than that. Okay, go this way. That was dumb. We are.
How could I tell you when nobody wants to? Your faded words I will choke.
Happy Top 5 Tuesday to everyone in the sports universe. It is September the 27th, 2022. This is the AM Drive on our Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook pages. For Aaron Crouch, who's coming on tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, and Sammy Action, who's here every Action Monday, I am Michael Carvelis, once again solo on a Top 5 Tuesday. Our show is presented by our website, www.mikeandaarondrive.com. It's our link tree for our sponsors, shop, socials, and YouTube. Visit our website today and see how easy and affordable it is to support our show. And for that, we absolutely thank you. Monday Night Football last night was an NFC East showdown. Probably a battle of second place, NFC East, if we're being real. It's the Cowboys and the Giants. Coming into this game, Cooper Rush was 1-0 in this season and 2-0 for his career starting. And last night, he did enough to win once again. As for the Giants, they were looking to become just the third 3-0 team on the season, along with the Eagles and I believe the Dolphins, which would be a wild scenario of all three of those teams. But as it stood, Giants were kind of leading, but it was a back and forth, really struggling offensive battle. Even though Cowboys rushed for like $150 plus, there were some missed opportunities and penalties on their side. For the Giants, Daniel Jones was pressured a career high 23 times and sacked 5 or 6 times, and then threw an interception where Sills slipped on the final drive, and Sterling Shepard on the same play went down with a probably season-ending injury or non-contact issue. So the Cowboys did win 23-16. Cowboys were on the road, and they found a way to win that game. Congrats to them. And also CeeDee Lamb on the final drive, the Cowboys took the lead, was just insane. Like the Giants could not cover him. He made one of those all-world catches. There's been a lot of those this year, but to me, catching it right over the back shoulder with your left hand and having to switch to your right as it juggles and getting both feet down was pretty impressive. Remember, this is the same week that saw George Pickens of the Steelers have an Odell Beckham-esque catch, and we also saw a fullback have an amazing catch as well. So we had a good weekend of great catches once again. And I believe, like, through the first 3 weeks of the season, we've had, like, 16 one-score games, which is an NFL record through 3 weeks. So the parity is off the charts. And as you'll see in my top 5, I'll kind of enlighten you guys on the rest of my top 32 as well. And you'll see what I mean by teams that, like, I just don't even know. I feel like there's 26 good teams in the NFL this year. There might be more than that. Like, every team is good this year. It's really insane. But a couple of stories from this game came out. As I mentioned, Sterling Shepard did get injured. Just an awful break for him. He went down on a play where play didn't even involve him. Nobody was near him, and he just went down with a leg injury. Did not look good. He hopped on the card and was obviously frustrated. This game also saw some cheap stuff at the end where ESPN had to wait for Scott Van Pelt to get on the air because there was almost a scuffle that broke out post-game. Also, the legend of Cooper Rush. I mentioned he's now 3-0 in his starting positions in his career. Last season, he won on Halloween. This year, he's won the last 2 weeks against the Bengals and now the Giants. 2 pretty good teams so far. Here's the thing about calling this the legend of Cooper Rush. It's really something that's been geared by Jerry Jones and the Dallas media, like go figure. the most popular team in the NFL for God knows whatever reason can do this stuff. It's just magical what media can do. So Jerry Jones all week is saying, boy, I sure hope we have a quarterback controversy because that means we're winning games. And of course, now Dak all of a sudden has an injury issue, which did not exist until, I guess, this year. But yeah, he hurt his leg 1 year. Cool. Came back, did well. But now he's got nicked up again for like 3 weeks, and all of a sudden we've got a quarterback controversy. I don't understand this. I mean, I do, but I don't. Like, the more I get into this NFL, the more I break it down. Like, we've been at this show Monday through Friday for a year. This is insane. Shout out to you guys for making this possible, for giving us a platform. But I mean, this is just the media just annoys the snot out of me sometimes. Like, Cooper Rush is an average quarterback, and I mean average. This dude literally watched his defense sack Daniel Jones 5 times. His own run game ran for over 150. But yeah, Cooper Rush is some. Give me a break. There's a reason why Troy Aikman had to mention on the broadcast that like 31 teams did not pick him up off the waiver wire. That's because he's garbage, man. I'm telling you, it's very easy to win the NFL when those things go your way. And I'll keep singing the praises of that to people. Like, context matters, okay? And I've said this, I've sang this tune, I've beat this drum a million times, and no one seems to get it, okay? Like, no one seems to get it. And then on the other hand, CBS Sports, which I thought was possibly the worst media thing I've seen in a long time, like just flat out lying and just complete garbage. So CBS Sports, obviously a Cowboys fan who runs that page, makes a graphic, okay? The graphic says Daniel Jones is now 0-9 in primetime games, right? Daniel Jones now 0-9 primetime games, okay? It's horrible, right? In the top of the graphic, you can kind of see like 3 dark images, like 3 little cartoons of Daniel Jones falling after he ran for like 70 yards. Well, I forget the fact that dude smoked the entire defense as a white quarterback who sucks. No, we're just going to focus on the fact that he fell down just to make a meme of it again, right? So now all of a sudden, the people who did not watch the game, obviously, well, is he better than Kirk Cousins? If you tell me that you watched last Monday night's game where Kirk Cousins force-fed the ball to Justin Jefferson was nearly picked 8 times. That is no joke. That ball could have been intercepted 8 times. You're telling me Daniel Jones is comparable to Kirk Cousins? Because, see, they do this crap ever since before the draft. I had not looked at anything of like the analysis or anything. I said, man, this Daniel Jones guy is pretty good. And people thought I was stupid. I found an amazing stat last night. If you've seen my Twitter, you've already seen me post this. This is one of the most crazy things that people will never talk about because it doesn't fit the narrative. This is insane. So, in the year 2007, like the year the Giants won the Super Bowl against the Patriots, the first year, right? Eli Manning led the Giants to a 10-6 record. He completed 56% of his passes for about 3,300 yards, threw 23 touchdowns, but had 33 turnovers and a QBR of 52. That dude, according to the masses, is a Hall of Famer. Again, I'll read the stats again quickly. 10-6 record, 56% completion, 3,300 yards, 23 touchdowns, 33 turnovers, if you include 20 interceptions and 13 fumbles, and a 52 QBR. Daniel Jones in 2019 as a rookie played 12 games, had a 3-9 record, just a terrible quarterback, a 62% completion percentage, which is 5% better, actually 6% better, 3,000 passing yards, which is only 300 yards less, 24 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns. So that's 3 more than, actually 2 more than Eli Manning had. And he had 31 turnovers, which is 2 less than Eli Manning, and a 55.7 QBR, which is 3.7 more. Those are real. Those are real stats from a guy who won the Super Bowl, and Giants fans cannot stop loving against Daniel Jones, who they wish would get out of town. If that does not tell a story of how unfairly Daniel Jones has been treated, I do not know what will. Eli Manning, across the board, has worse numbers. Across the entire stat line. In fact, if you want to look at the sack totals, Daniel Jones was sacked 38 times. Eli Manning was only sacked 27 times. And he still had 2 more turnovers in the same year that he won the Super Bowl. Had a worse QBR, less touchdowns, more turnovers. and he won the Super Bowl. That just goes to show you, man, that is unreal. I cannot believe I found that stat. Kudos to me, man. But shout out to CBS Sports idiots, or should I say intern, or should I say I wish he was homeless for that stupid graphic? Like, what are we doing here? Like, my favorite comment to that entire thread, I'm going to try to get it for you guys so I can give this guy credit, because this was just phenomenal. On the same thread, somebody said, oh, it's football_grump. What are you broadcasting in prime time again? Basically taking a shot at CBS. Thank you for that. That made my night, because they really ticked me off. Well, again, a graphic that's clearly biased. I mean, you cannot watch the game where a guy is hit 23 times, sacked 5 times. Defense gives 150 rushing yards, but yes, all Daniel Jones. Sure, great. Hey, I do think the Cowboys have another all-time defense. Like, this one is insane. Micah Parsons only had he had 1 sack. Not Dexter. DeMarcus Lawrence had 3 sacks. He was injured early, but then came back in the game. I give up, man. I'm tired of defending Daniel Jones. I don't know what to tell people. I don't know what else they want from me. But if you want to believe he sucks, sure, run him out of town, man. Go ahead. Be my guest. Hey, when I come back, NBA Media Day happened, and I've got some praises to sing. I've also got some people to explode on. You know I am with KD and Kyrie. I'll explain next if you haven't heard already. It's the AM Drive. And don't forget, top 5s are coming up as well. We'll be right back. The AM Drive with Mike and Aaron might be the best morning show ever. If you love the show, shop the merchandise for $26 hoodies, $16 shirts, even $13 mugs. High quality swag for cheap, because Mike and Aaron love the fans. The best morning show, the lowest price merch at amdrive.online.
This is Popple, the next generation business card. With just a tap, your Popple instantly shares your digital business card to both iPhone and Android devices. The best part? The other person doesn't need an app or a Popple to receive your info. To pop your info, tap your Popple to the top of an iPhone, the center of an Android, or just scan your in-app QR code. And just like that, all your info is saved to their phone. More connections, more leads, more sales. That's Popple. Download our free app and get your Popple today.
Aren't you the Vice Golf guy?
Yeah. You want an autograph?
Yeah. Actually, I was just wondering if the balls are any good.
The balls are amazing. You look like a Pro Plus guy.
I thought you'd never ask. It's actually better than my old ball.
And it's half the price.
Top performing golf ball, half the price. It's almost stealing.
Quit searching the globe and get your high-performing golf balls at vicegolf.com.
Fanatics.com, the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything.
Welcome back to the AM Drive on this Top 5 Tuesday. If you're wondering when the next shaving cream pie is, because I lost another one, it is tomorrow when Aaron comes back on the show for our Jambalaya Wednesday. Vanderbilt did not cover 40.5, and I almost kind of knew that was going to happen because it is Vanderbilt, but I mean, I was like, they're better than they have been, and no, they're not. Great job by Alabama, and I'm like 0-3 against – I think I'm 0-4 against Nick Saban this year. But now I've lost 3 shaving cream pie bets, which are my guarantees. It's not fun. It's not fun. Tell you what is fun. If you want the best in sports merchandise from your favorite teams and players from every league with daily deals, you've got to go to mikeandaaron.drive.com and do what? That's right. You've got to click the F. That F is the Fanatics logo. When you click the Fanatics logo, via mikeandaaron.drive.com, the entire Fanatics experience is at your disposal. So go there, support your teams and players, support your favorite leagues, and when you do that and make your purchases by going to mikeandaaron.drive.com and doing so, it helps our show tremendously, and for that, we do thank you. All right, so how about a little lighthearted take from me? NBA Media Day, by the way, great job by the NBA media guys who are holding the Snapchat phones or whatever. They were showing I love the likableness of certain players. Is likableness a word? I'm not sure. I love the players laid back side of things. Like they were just getting. I love when they get along with media members who are just there taking pictures because it shows you what they have they can be easygoing too. I feel like even LeBron James, the short 5-second video they showed of him, he wasn't talking. And I've always said LeBron James might be a scumbag. I mean, I've met someone who's met LeBron James and hung out with LeBron when he was younger, but I have a feeling this guy's a scumbag now, just because he is a billionaire and just because he doesn't need to talk to anybody he doesn't have to. But it's good seeing the majority of the league being nice to the guys who are just taking pictures and helping out the league and endorsing the players, really. So a couple of quotes came out that I've got to get to. First off, Lakers star Anthony Davis says, quote, "The Lakers will be playing with a chip on their shoulder this season, and I know I had a heart attack with the rest of LeBron fans and Laker fans when I heard that, because I'm like, AD has a what? Oh my gosh, how long is he out? I'm kidding. Yes, chip on his. Okay, come on. That was good. You know it was good. Okay, got to make light of that guy's fragile body sometimes, man. A chip on our shoulder. Do you need that checked out? Like, should you go to the doctor? Come on, man. Life expectancy here, AD. And that's enough of that. That's all I had to say about that. Shout out to AD for having a chip on his shoulder. I guess he never had one before. I don't understand that quote, but whatever. Okay. Here's the negative stuff of Media Day, because we would get this. Robert Sarver, of course, has agreed to just sell the Suns and sell the Mercury. So this racist, misogynistic, sexist individual will now make about $4 billion off his teams. I'm heartbroken for him. I know he's going to struggle for the rest of his life. I'm kidding. So a couple things came out. You guys know what I've said before about this case. And here, I love how all three of these guys spoke, okay? Head coach Monty Williams, who's been there for 3 years now. I was in disbelief. When you see the bullet points and then when you go through it, you start to think about how these things impact the people. General Manager James Jones. I'm a fan of James Jones. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Miami Heat fan. I would say just a state of shock. You don't know. You don't want that around the organization. You don't want that to be the issue. James Jones has been there for 4 or 5 years. Legendary veteran team point guard Chris Paul, head of the NBA PA, had this to say about Robert Sarver. It was tough, man, just like anybody, reading all the different things. It was more so also the things that people have endured in the workplace. I will ask this question again. How in the fiery furnace does the head coach, the GM, and the star point guard have absolutely no clue any of this happens? I've got an oceanfront like vista to sell you in Nevada if you believe that that's true. Come on, man. I've got a skyline city to sell you in Guyton, Georgia if you believe that's true. Because you'll believe anything. I'm going to read you what Chris Paul said again because this is just phenomenal. Again, it echoes what the head coach, the GM, and the star point guard said about their racist, sexist, misogynistic, or here's what he said. It was more so also the things, whatever that means, that people have to endure in the workplace. Do you not work like have you ever been inside the building, Chris? That's just a genuine question. Especially GM James Jones. Have these guys never stepped foot in that building? You guys never saw any of this? From what the NBA told me and told the world, is it's been going on for 17 years. So did he stop 5 years ago when you guys happened to come to town? Well, that's this is thought process. I'm just wondering. It's like when the Canadian person said, "Oh, well, we didn't know about the sexual assault cases that were under." Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Or the Washington football team a couple years back when they were like, "Oh," all the reporters who were with the team every day of their lives said, "Oh, these horrible sexual misconduct." How did you not know? It is baffling to me how much not just goes on in these crappy organizations in sports, but also how many people, I'm just nauseated. No, you're not. No, you don't. It's like me. I hate saying this because it doesn't make me feel good. So I'm going to say it anyways, right? When I was in school, there was I was never bullied, go figure. It's not fair, but it's true. I was not bullied. There was 2 or 3 kids I remember vividly being picked on. And I didn't pick on them. But no, I didn't make fun of them. Did I laugh though? Yeah, I laughed. Did I ever snitch? Or I don't use that word. Did I ever tell anybody what happened? No, I never did. I'm part of the problem. If I'm laughing at you and not helping the situation, I'm part of the problem. It's not hard to decipher that. It's like a teacher in a class, or it's like a bunch of kids in the classroom with one kid getting bullied, people laughing at him, and then someone tells there was one bully doing this, and the whole classroom actually completely flabbergasted it ever happened. You're right there the entire time. It is literally impossible unless you're slow that you don't know. Again, shout out to Robert Sarver for actually selling the team and realizing how dumb it would be to just hang around. Shout out to him, man. But good Lord, man, these star point guard, general manager, and head coach acting completely shocked is just wild. That's wild to me. Here's some other 2 people who are very well respected in terms of morality and stupidity, right? I'm lying. Let's get to this guy first. Kevin Durant, referring to why he stayed with the Nets and like what the conversations were and why he decided to come back. He said, no, I know I'm that good that you're just not going to give me away. So that's one thing I did appreciate about Sean Marks and Joe Tsai, the head front office guys. You're too great for us to give you away. It was just that easy, that simple. So I get that. I know who I am. It might be the most bipolar individual in the NBA. And Skip Bayless of Fox Sports called this out completely before it happened. He said Kevin Durant will change his mind randomly. Remember when Kevin Durant wanted out of Brooklyn and, last time I checked, Kevin Durant was not lacking on self-confidence. But he said, just that easy, that simple. I get that. I know who I am. Then why did you request the trade and make a bull crap fire? I don't get it, man. Like, what did he accomplish by saying that? You look super weak. You look super stupid. You look like a head case when you request a trade, and then all of a sudden, one conversation with the owners is like, oh, no, I knew I was that good. No, you didn't. You didn't know you were that good. You would have asked for a trade. No person with 4 years left in their contract would ever think in their right minds that an organization would trade you. That's just stupid. Come on, this guy. And then my favorite, do y'all remember, original watchers of the show will know what I'm talking about. So for quite a few months when the whole vaccine thing was going on with Kyrie Irving and the Nets, Kyrie Irving said this one point I listened to on a news conference, and he was like, he wanted to be a voice for the voiceless. I already thought Kyrie was an idiot for just not getting vaccinated because I got vaccinated, and I promise you, I do not have a third limb growing anywhere. I don't have a weird green ooze coming out of anything on my body. I'm fine. I'm fine. Kyrie did not want to do that, and people say, "Well, it's his choice." Yeah, that'd be cute and all if like I said, and even Aaron was one of those. It's his choice. I understand that, but this was not about that. This was Kyrie trying to be some political activist. But see, I didn't know what I was talking about, and then he said this at Media Day. I understood all the Nets' points, and I respected it, and I honored it. And I didn't appreciate how me being vaccinated all of a sudden came to be a stigma within my career that I don't want to play, which is true, but whatever. Or I'm willing to give up everything to be a voice for the I'm sorry. What did he say again? Like, remember, it's all about his choice, right? Well, let's read this again. Because he says it twice, by the way. So I'm going to pick off where I left off. I became a stigma within my career that I don't want to play. Well, I'm willing to give up everything to be a voice for the voiceless. That's one. In which I will stand on here and say that wasn't the only intent that I had, was to be the voice of the voiceless. It was to stand on something that was going to be bigger than myself. Okay, so what does it mean? He said, that was not the only intent to be the voice for the voiceless. It was to be bigger than myself. Bigger than yourself would be being a voice for the voiceless. So in other words, I was right. Again, I mean, it's really incredible. This man never gave a crap about his own body. He wanted to gain a fan base that had no clue he existed. He wanted to be some social power dude, some fist in the air guy. And again, I'll say it. Kyrie Andrew Irving, you are a basketball player. And no white man is not saying shut up and dribble. Michael Carvelis is simply telling Kyrie Andrew Irving, this is not the time. You are he was telling people how he gave up $100 million contract. I feel no sympathy for you. Because guess what? Joe Tsai in the same media day yesterday said that he wants reliable players. So Kyrie, where was you when the rest of the team was vaccinated? MIA. That's where you were. And I'm not talking about Miami. This is so ridiculous. This guy believes he's better than the sport. Dude, you're just... Kyrie Irving might be one of the most overrated players I've ever seen in my life. He plays no defense, does not pass the ball, but those sweet dribbles, baby, those sweet saucing crosses, man, those get the fans going bananas. They go Savannah bananas for those Kyrie Irving handles, man. And what has he done before and after LeBron? Pooped himself down his leg. It's comical, man. This guy, I told you guys the entire time, Kyrie Irving did not care about the team, did not even care about his own choice. Because remember, most of you, including my co-host Aaron Crouch, had in their thick skulls. And I'll tell Aaron this tomorrow. That it's his choice. And I keep on telling you, Aaron, that wasn't what he was talking about. He wanted to make it bigger than basketball, and it simply was not. No sympathy felt over here, pal. Hey, when I come back, who are the best teams in baseball with 9 games to go? Is Georgia still the number 1 team after Kentucky State put it to them? And top 5 teams in the NFL after the Bills and Chiefs lost. My list, along with Simi Action and Aaron Crouch's list, have been provided. I'll be right back. We'll wrap it up next. The AM Drive with Mike and Aaron might be the best morning show ever. If you love the show, shop the merchandise for $26 hoodies, $16 shirts, even $13 mugs. High quality swag for cheap because Mike and Aaron love the fans. The best morning show, the lowest price merch at amdrive.online.
This is Popple, the next generation business card. With just a tap, your Popple instantly shares your digital business card to both iPhone and Android devices. The best part? The other person doesn't need an app or a Popple to receive your info. To pop your info, tap your Popple to the top of an iPhone, the center of an Android, or just scan your in-app QR code. And just like that, all your info is saved to their phone. More connections, more leads, more sales. That's Popple. Download our free app and get your Popple today.
Aren't you the Vice Golf guy?
Yeah, you want an autograph?
Yeah. Actually, I was just wondering if the balls are any good.
The balls are amazing. You look like a Pro Plus guy.
I thought you'd never ask. It's actually better than my old ball.
And it's half the price.
Top performing golf ball, half the price. It's almost stealing.
Quit searching the globe and get your high-performing golf balls at vicegolf.com.
Fanatics.com, the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything.
Welcome back to this Top 5 Tuesday presented by Popple. If you host a podcast or own a small business, it's hard spreading the word and making profit because you tell people, you tell your family, you tell your friends, and they want to check it out, but chances are they might not. They might forget. Well, it's time to grow your brand with Popple, P-O-P-L. Popple is an easy-to-use but high-tech digital business card. Get your Popple using the code AMDRIVE for 20% off. Set up your links and share. People you share with do not need the Popple or the Popple app, so it makes it that much easier. So when you get your Popple and keychain, pop socket, even credit card form, along with other innovations. Enter the code AMDrive in all caps for 20% off your order on popl.co or go to mycanaryandrive.com. Click the Popple link, and you'll also be able to enter the code AMDrive for 20% off your order. All right, Top 5 Tuesdays in full swing. Get it? Baseball? Haha. Top 5 MLB teams provided by, let's do Sammy first, with, I believe, 9 games left, by the way. Sammy has got Dodgers at 1, the New York Mets at 2, Astros at 3, Yankees at 4, and Cardinals at 5. Aaron Crouch has Dodgers at 1, Astros at 2, Mets at 3, Braves at 4, Yankees at 5. I've got I've got the Dodgers at 1, Astros 2, Braves 3, Mets 4, Yankees 5. A quick breakdown on those. Obviously, we all think the Dodgers are the best team. Sammy likes the Mets with their health postseason time. Me and Aaron like the Astros just being consistent, obviously. The Braves won the championship last year. The Yankees, I do not believe, are going to sustain success in the postseason. I believe they they beat the Red Sox like 6 times over the last 6 times they played them. I feel like 5 of those games they were trailing. I don't know what happened. Full disclosure, I did not watch. I refused to watch until the postseason this year. And then next year, I believe, when they implement a shot clock. And again, thank God for a shot clock in baseball. That's a story for another day. But yeah, Dodgers obviously creme de la creme here. But Astros are right on their tails and their tuchuses. The Mets are no slouch either. Top 5 college football teams. Okay, where's it at? Here it is. Sammy has Georgia 1, Ohio State at 2, Michigan 3, Alabama 4, and Clemson 5. Clemson, who just beat Wake Forest. And Sam Hartman, shout out Sam Hartman for surpassing 10,000 career college football passing yards. Aaron has got boo! Alabama at number 1, boo. Number 2, Ohio State. Number 3, Georgia. Number 4, Michigan. Number 5, USC. My top 5 college teams, here are our 4th edition. Georgia at 1. Ohio State 2. Alabama has moved up to 3. Michigan has dropped to number 4. And USC hops into the top 5. And I do want to give a major shout out because a school called James Madison on both the coaches poll and the AP poll, AP Associated Press poll, are receiving top 25 votes. I don't know if they've ever made the top 25 in their school history. I did not do the research because I'm a scumbag and a lazy person. But that's pretty cool. James Madison's receiving votes. That's awesome. And now the top 5 National Football League teams. According to Shimmy, Chiefs at 1, Dolphins have jumped to number 2, Eagles at 3, Bills at 4, and Rams at 5. Aaron is keeping with his undefeated narrative. Dolphins at 1, Eagles at 2. He's got Bills at 3, Chiefs at 4, and Ravens at 5. My top 5 NFL teams. In fact, I'm going to do something cute this week. I'm going to give you the top. I told you guys I would do something good. I believe there are 24 really good teams in the NFL. I told you like during the first part of the show that The NFL's like 16 one-score games. So I'll give my top 5, then I'll run through the 24. Chiefs at 1, Bills at 2, Ravens and Eagles have gone up to number 3, number 4, and Dolphins have jolted up to the 5th spot for me. Now, I've got Buccaneers, Packers, Rams, Cowboys, Vikings at 10. Jaguars, Chargers, Browns, 49ers, and Colts at 15. Colts have 1 loss this year, by the way, just so y'all know. Saints, Steelers, Bengals, Giants, Titans at 20. Broncos, Cardinals, Patriots, Raiders at 24. And by the way, Mac Jones is out for like 4 weeks or whatever with a high ankle sprain. Shout out to Mac Jones. 24 teams. The Raiders are 24 because they're 0-3. That's a lot of good teams in the NFL, man. There's like a lot of parity. Shout out to the league for doing their thing. And of course, I'll post those on my personal Twitter, and you'll see the top 5s on the show. And of course, later on, whenever I post them next time. Tomorrow is Jambalaya Wednesday, baby. All the soup. I've tried jambalaya one time. I'm the pickiest person in the entire world. If you like jambalaya, more power to you. I'll see you guys tomorrow, though. And so will Aaron. So there'll be more than one person on the show. I like talking to myself sometimes. It's a sign of insanity. But you know what? I'm going to get it done. So tomorrow, Jambalaya Wednesday, Aaron will give us a recap of week 3 of his best storylines, and we'll talk MLB postseason races and NHL preseason. The Kraken beat the Oilers 3-0 last night. Side hints. Let you guys know. Thank you so much. 5s in the chat as always. For everyone on the show, follow us on AM Drive TV. Check out MikeandAaronDrive.com. I am Michael Carbelis saying have a good one. And as always, drive safe.